A robot squad surrounded the wooden house because the soldier in front of them had taken an elderly person and a child hostage. Although they were just robots in East Asia, they had equal rights to humans. The elderly man tried to pick up the gun on the ground, but a large hole was blown in his stomach. The man lied to Alpha, telling him the elderly man wasn't dead but just turned off like an electrical appliance. The man then planned to take Alpha with him. Alpha was a superweapon developed by an East Asian country. He didn't know what Alpha's abilities were, but orders from his superiors were clear: Alpha had to be destroyed. Local police had already tracked the gunshots to this location, so the man had no choice but to shove Alpha into a car. Just as they were leaving, General Irene caught up with them. Because the man hadn't killed the child and was now taking the child out of their control, they could only gather memories from their dead teammates, finally learning the two's whereabouts. After a long journey, the man reached his destination, but to his surprise he saw a familiar figure at the station. Even stranger, there wasn't just one Maya but several. How could his wife be here, and how could there be more than one wife? The man with Alpha in tow made his way to his friend Jack's turf. This was a synthetic human manufacturing plant where robots that were banned by the government were as common as food and clothing in East Asia. But when Jack saw Alpha, even he was stunned. It was the first time he'd seen such a perfect robot. After conducting a test, he discovered that Alpha had a special energy inside. Compared to this, the synthetic humans Jack made were just basic models. Jack's girlfriend took Alpha upstairs and ordered some delicious ice cream for him. But when they opened it, they found that General Irene and her men had followed them here. They were only here to kill Alpha. Luckily, Alpha managed to escape, but Jack's girlfriend was immediately killed. With no other choice, Shohei continued to run with Alpha. He didn't even know why. He was protecting this robot. They escaped to the fishing village where Maya had once lived, but the local guerrilla fighters discovered them. Now everyone wanted the child. What secret did this child hold? When the man woke up, he found himself locked up, but the leader of the guerrillas was Maya's best friend. At that moment, the man realized that Maya was actually Dr. Nima, an AI expert. Her parents were robots, which is why she had such a deep connection to them. But the government held a deep grudge against Dr. Nima, so over the years they had sent assassins after her. The nuclear explosion in the city years ago was caused by a malfunction. But the government blamed East Asia for it, using the incident as a pretext for military action against the region. East Asia had once been peaceful, but now it was in chaos. Maya didn't die in the attack but tragically miscarried. So she developed the robot Alpha. Their current mission was to protect Alpha. Though Maya was the man's wife, he was still a soldier, so the leader didn't trust him at all. Suddenly, loud noises came from outside. It turned out the enemy had found their base and sent a nomad ship to destroy it. The guerrilla fighters aboard the ship were furious, but their family and friends were on the ground, so they could only retreat to another hidden base. At this new base, the man saw more robots living and working just like normal humans.